me back 15 years ago. I was an executive with AT&T. I was living in Houston, Texas at the time. And I can tell you that I was busy. Anybody relate? You know, I was one of those people that 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, I was busy. 20 years from now, I'll be busy. I just was one of those people that liked to be busy. And as I was working and traveling for AT&T, what I didn't realize was that as I came home, I wasn't able to leave my job at work. And you know, it was like I started to realize that my stomach was turning, and I would come home and I would end up, you know, like on the couch, you know, watching TV or something like that. And but you know what? I really didn't feel like I had any other option. I was making a six-figure income. It was what I knew. It was what I was doing. I mean, there was just, I don't know. It was just something I just kind of told myself to suck it up, really. And so one day at work, I went down and we had a little shop that had cards, a little Hallmark store kind of thing. And I was reading cards and I was laughing out loud. You know how we do that. And a woman came up to me and she said, "You are so sharp. Can I ask you what you do?" And I said, I work for AT&T. Yeah, like, who asked you that, right? So I go, "I work for AT&T. And she clasped her hands together, she had a big smile on her face, and she said, "Has anyone ever taken the time to go over the career opportunity in Mary Kay Cosmetics?" And you know how you're sitting there and you're thinking so much time has gone by? And I thought, who let her out? And so I just turned to her and I patted her on the shoulder and I said, "Oh, no thank you." Because you know, I had seen those tacky pink cards out there. And I was, you know what I mean? And it's just, I thought, honestly, that if you were in Mary Kay, then you must not have been good at something else that you were doing in your life, that there were frumpy housewives that, you know, couldn't make it any other way. And so, honestly, I just turned, I patted her, and I said, "No, thank you." Well, I do thank God today that she ignored me, and she looked back at me, and she gave me some facts in the company. The first thing she said to me was that, "Did you know that more women make over $50,000 and $100,000 in Mary Kay more than any other company in this world?" I said, "No." She said, "Did you know that out of the self-made millionaires, only 3% are women? And out of that 3%, 70% have an affiliation with Mary Kay." I said, "Shut up." Are you kidding? Now, just to take you back, I was what they called a natural Nancy. I didn't wear any makeup. I didn't want that look on my face. I'm athletic, I get up early, I go work out, I didn't wear it. The one time that I wore makeup, I was just for sure, every time I went by a mirror, that my face was an oil slick and that it was going to fall off, so I didn't wear it. I was never offered a complimentary facial in Mary Kay. Nobody had ever offered me one. I did not know how to put makeup on. And for my wedding, I thought that I should wear a little bit of makeup. And so I wore green eyeliner on the top, blue eyeliner on the bottom. You could see exactly where my cheek color was. And I had frosty lipstick on, which was not in back in 1991. And I do very proudly have a 16 by 20 wedding portrait that now stays on the second floor of our home so that nobody can see it but us. So just real quickly there, she then pulled her from her purse an Applause magazine. That's the magazine that we receive monthly, and she showed me the commissions that the leaders of our company make. And I was going through the pages, and it went from $3,000 to $5,000 to $8,000 to $10,000 to $12,000 to $20,000 to $40,000 to $80,000 and more. And then she told me that that was monthly. Okay, I was like, monthly? So I said to her, "You know what?" I said, "I'm educated, but I'm completely uneducated about Mary Kay. Could you teach me?" Well, you know, she invited my husband and I to her career breakfast that Saturday. She was very smart. I do just thank God for her today because we went that Saturday. And, you know, I said to my husband, "Hey, you know, this woman was telling me about all this money that, you know, people that sell lipsticks make. And, I think we should go check it out." And he's like, "Sure." So we go that Saturday, and I tell you, it was so much fun. You walk, there was this head table, sugar sharp women. All the sales directors got to stand out, say who they were, what they did prior to Mary Kay. Each one had their own story. Each one was a different age, different size, had a different story, but they had their own story. And each story was just unique. There were women there that didn't have high school diplomas. There were women there that had 2 and 3 doctorates, and every level in between. Well, I was sitting there as the youngest of my family, the only one college educated, the only one who had moved away, And I thought, I wonder if this is something that my entire family could do. This is sounding really cool. Then, the last sales director that stood up, she was a pediatrician, and she had left her full-time practice, and she was now a Mary Kay sales director. And the practice was done. She was now, full-time Mary Kay sales director. The day before that I went to this event, I went to Texas A&M University to find out what undergrad courses I needed to take to go back to school to become a medical doctor. So immediately I thought, why is she here? Don't you picture that they've gone to school for so long that the doctors are happy? Well, so right after the event, I have to tell you, I'll jump ahead, that I went up to her and I said, tell me, why Mary Kay? Weren't you happy? And she said, you know what, I was. I had my practice for 20 years and I took care of other people's kids day in and day out for 20 years. And she said, in this one particular day, a woman came in and her child was sick and she had 3 kids. And within the next 2 weeks, she was in here 2 more times with the other 2. But each time she came in, she was really put together, and she had this really cool red jacket on, and her makeup was on, and I said to her, what do you do that you have so much flexibility that you can be in here and look so good and be happy? And she hadn't seen it. That wasn't the typical mom she had seen. And she said, well, I'm a beauty consultant with Mary Kay. Has anybody ever offered you a complimentary facial? And she said, well, no. And so she invited her out to a meeting similar to this. She shared the product. Oh my gosh, she fell in love with the product. She shared the career opportunity. She thought, that's why she's happy, And she decided she was going to be a happy customer and she was just going to love on this product. Well, guess what? The next quarter, there were new products out. So her beauty consultant, being a really good beauty consultant that she was, she invited her back out so that she could try the new products that were coming out. So she went. Oh my gosh, they were so happy to see her. And she was so excited because they were excited. They were clapping and cheering, and she thought, oh my gosh, look at, they're all happy. You see, she hadn't gotten a round of applause while she was making her rounds, back at the hospital or when she was in the doctor's office. You see, most people that see her have a pretty serious face on. They're pretty serious, right? And so even though she had the fulfillment of being able to use her college education and help these kids, she now saw an opportunity for herself to maybe start to minister to the women, to the moms. He got the music to her. to be out there helping the moms look good and feel good. And so, the next quarter, there were new products that came out. And her beauty consultant invited her out again. And this time, you know what she decided? She decided since she was using her products from head to toe, and that she thought that she would like to keep some of that cash in her pocket. And so what I'd like to explain right now are some of the facts that I heard that day and how she went from beauty consultant from doctor and customer into independent beauty consultant and how she moved herself up the career path of Mary Kay. Do you want to hear that?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. Okay, so basically that day when I was sitting there, I'm so sorry, what they shared with us was that there's 3 ways that we can make money in Mary Kay. And the first way is through our product sales. Okay, so we can do it in individual appointments, we can do it in small groups, we call them classes and facials. And what we do is we buy our products from Mary Kay for $1, and then we sell them for $2. So we get a 50% commission. Everybody say 50%. I know, it's just so much fun, isn't it? Okay, so we buy it for 1, we sell it for 2. Men usually hear that and they go, sign up. Buy it for 1, sell it for 2, are you kidding me? Okay, so buy it for 1, sell it for 2. Small groups, individuals, we do quick on-the-go appointments. They're about 15 minutes, where, if you're busy, you can carry your products with you, try them in the back of the hand, things like that. We also have websites that our Mary Kay corporate office maintains for us. So you can have web shows, you can have people just get on and do a virtual makeover. So these are some of the ways that we sell the products in Mary Kay. It's just so much fun. Okay, another way is reorders. Ooh. Okay, this is really fun. I do remember the day that as my husband and I, who's in the back of the room, we were getting ready for washing our faces, and all of a sudden he had just a grin on his face one day. And I said, what are you grinning at? He goes, think of all your customers across the country that are washing their faces and washing the product right down the drain. Think about it. It's a consumable product. So we get paid on classes and facials that we held a year ago, 2 years ago, 15 years ago, for the sales directors that have been in for 26 years ago. I love that. I love that I can continue to get paid today on classes and facials that I held way back when. You know, if you went into your office or into your work tomorrow and you asked to be paid on the work that you did last year, what do you think they'd say? You know? Anyway, I guess you don't have to go there, right? Keep it happy. Okay. One of the other ways that we make money at Mary Kay is our career card program. Now, what that means is that we earn the free use of a company card. And there are several cards that we can earn at Mary Kay, and there's a consultant level, and then there's 2 director levels. What I love is that it's free. Everybody say free. Free. It's free. Now, if you drive a company car for your company, could you raise your hand at me? Not Mary Kay, if you're not Mary Kay. Okay, well, I'm sorry. Okay. What's really nice is that you can take your business to a whole new level at Mary Kay, and if you decide that you would like to earn a car, you know, it takes about 12 to 15 hours a week of people time for you to get out there. You put the product on their face, you share the product, you share the career opportunity, and you can earn the free use of a company car. Now, if you're the kind of person that would prefer the cash, because maybe you absolutely love what you're driving, you can also take the cash equivalent. And so for the consultant level car, it's, you know, I think it's between $350 and $375. And then for the director cars, it's $500, and then the Cadillac is $900. So if for some reason you wouldn't want to drive a free pink Cadillac, then you could take the $900 cash, which is kind of fun, right? Everybody say fun. Fun. Yeah. And so, you know, what's really cool is in the 8 cars that I've earned at Mary Kay, the last 2 times I have taken the cash. And when we were in Philadelphia, you know, it was one of those things that I said to my husband, I said, you know, I always wanted to get a particular car. And I said, I've always wanted, you know, I always wanted my own car. What would you think if this time I took the cash? And he looks at me and he goes, are you really going to get a Hummer? And I said, yeah, I really want a Hummer. And so instead of getting a career car, I got a Hummer. And I got little magnets made that said, thanks Mary Kay on the side. And it was just really fun. But honestly, that was the time that my boys really thought I was God. I was like, y'all, you know, if they even realized I had worked before. But then, you know, when I got the Hummer, they were very excited. And then they promoted what Mom did, which is fun. So anyway, that's our career car program. Then the third way that we make our money in Mary Kay is through commissions and bonuses. And you know what is so nice is that when I worked for AT&T, I got an annual bonus. Okay, annual. Okay, in Mary Kay we get those monthly. And what's really nice is that again, if we want to make more, then we can. We get to choose that. And so we can, you know, go from maybe a 10% unit volume bonus. We have, you know, career appointment sharings. When someone joins our team, depending on how successful they are, we get paid. It's really nice because we don't get ahead in Mary Kay without helping others get what they want out of the business. I love that it's not one way or the other, that we do it together. And so that's how Mary Kay designed it to be. And so I love that there's no cap, there are no ceilings. You know, when you work in corporate America, there is a ceiling. Has anybody experienced the ceiling in corporate America here in the room? You can be in Mary Kay, yes. I see some of the sales directors waiting and some of the consultants. And so what I loved about Mary Kay was that there wasn't a cap to that. And I love to be able to share what I have found in the company. So there are the 3 main ways that we make our money in Mary Kay. Now, there are 4 reasons why women who are educated in the business decide not to try it. So do you want to hear those? Oh, they didn't get, that wasn't as enthusiastic. Okay. Well, so I'll share that one of the reasons that women who are educated on Mary Kay decide not to try it is sometimes, you know, because they're busy, right? Remember that? Remember they were busy 5 years ago, we're going to be busy 5 years. So here's the deal. Just to let you know, we love working with busy women because busy women get the things done. They check off the list. They get it done. So if you're busy, believe me, we are so excited that you are because we know you like that. Another reason is that they're not the type. There are some women that believe they're not the type. Well, I think I've already covered that too. And I think in this room, you've just heard a whole bunch of different backgrounds and different stories of people that have gotten started for all different ways. There is no type in Mary Kay. Believe me, your customers will buy from you because you're being the best you that you can be. Okay? The next one is money. And it's when someone says, I don't have the money. And to that, you know, I always like to say, doesn't it make you nervous that you don't have $100? You know, we go to Walmart, we go to Target, we go to Sam's, we go to Costco, and we drop $100 like that. But this $100 would buy you a starter kit and get you started as a CEO of your own business. It's $100 plus the tax and the shipping. that kind of cool? When I got started 15 years ago, it was $100. I love that Mary Kay corporate cares about the money that comes out of our pocket. We don't get ahead in spite of each other, we get ahead with each other. And she wants us to be able to take that money that we've earned and put it back into our families. That's what she cares about. Now I get to tell you that there are 4 reasons why women do it anyway. Isn't that the fun one? And so the first one is for the fun. And so when I think of fun, I think of Michelle Selesky. You know, when she got started in Mary Kay, she was in college, okay? And she got started because she just wanted to sell this product around her schedule, around her classes, around her finals. She had that flexibility. She earned her first car in her sophomore year, and then became a director her senior year. And then didn't you go abroad, Michelle, in college sometime? So she even left for 6 months, 4 months, and then came back and resumed everything, okay? So there's a college student, and then when she graduated, she went into the workforce for 3 months, and she decided, what am I doing? I was having so much fun. I'm gonna do Mary Kay full time, and finished her first year out with making $97,000 in commissions, her first year out of school. That deserves a round of applause for her. The next reason that women decide to do it anyway is for the flexibility. To that, I think of Senior Sales Director Ellen Hem out of La Crosse, Wisconsin. When she got started in Mary Kay because she wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. She wanted to stay at home. She wanted to raise her kids. She did not want a sitter, and she wanted to work a business in and around her family's needs. Here it is 19 years later. She's earned 6 pink Cadillacs. And, you know, I asked her today, I said, you know, what's your biggest surprise? And she said, my biggest surprise in this company is that after 19 years, I still love it, and it keeps getting better and better. Flexibility, where her girls now, her oldest is now a sophomore in college, and her youngest is in 7th grade. And believe me, she loves the flexibility and the financial lifestyle that Mary Kay has provided for her, and she's excited about the lifestyle that it will provide as a national sales director. So that's kind of fun. Another reason that women do it anyway is for the money. It could be small or big girl pay. It could be $100, you guys, in a month. It could be $100 in a week. It could be $100 in a day. It could be $100 in an hour. How much do you want to make? To that, I think of National Sales Director Allison Lamar, who went through a quarter-life crisis, as she calls it, at 25 years old, when she found herself in the unemployment line. Unemployment line. She thought, what is going on that I'm in the unemployment line? She started studying the Mary Kay autobiography. She read it, and she thought, you know what, why not me? Well, guess what? Why not her? In 3.5 years, from the time she signed her agreement to become an independent beauty consultant, she became an independent national sales director with Mary Kay. She does have a company record on becoming a national sales director the fastest. What was her reason? It was, why not me? That was her reason, okay? Isn't that fun? Okay, the 4th one is hope. And for hope, I don't know. I guess I'd like to say my story. You know, hope is always a good motivator. And I got very excited about being in Mary Kay. You know, that day I was back at that career breakfast, I did become an independent beauty consultant that day. I never had the product on my face. I heard the marketing plan. I saw those women, and I looked in the mirror. I didn't really have one, but you know what I mean, inside my head. And I thought, you know, what do they have that I can get fixed? And why couldn't I just give it a try? You know, why not me? And I considered myself average enough that if they could do it and do so well, even if I only did half as well, oh my gosh. That one day when I had kids, because we didn't have kids at the time, but one day when I had kids, oh my gosh, would I be able to do this? Well, you know, I signed up that day, and it was really kind of fun because, you know, for anybody that became an independent beauty consultant that day, they were giving away a prize. And today, I believe they're giving away a brush set, okay? For anybody that were to decide to become an independent beauty consultant. So you know what? I did. And you know, I love the product, and I sold the product. And remember, I didn't have a lot of time. But the reason I say hope, and for me, is because I carry around this letter with me, and it's from the husband of one of my customers. And this was written back in the year 2000, and this was the time that I realized that Mary Kay was more than skincare and makeup. And so his letter said, Dear Diane, I wanted to let you know that my wife, Tony, passed away in September due to the return of her breast cancer. Therefore, I get fuzzy on this every time, but therefore, you can remove her name from your mailing list to save both on cards and postage. We did appreciate knowing you and wish you continued success with your Mary Kay products. Sincerely, Joe Siegel. You know, I was at her 20-year remission party and did her makeup and her daughter's makeup for that party. And that was in August of the year, and she passed away in September. And I never had the guts to call him and ask him what happened, because what I was impressed the most with was that during his grieving time, he took time out of his day to write me, his Mary Kay Beauty consultant, a letter to save me on postage and mailing. You know, this was the day that I realized that, you know, we could get started for all the different reasons: money, recognition, self-esteem, a car program, are you kidding? Advancement at your own pace, being your own boss, we could do all of those. But you know, what is that one reason, out of all the reasons that you wouldn't sign up, the one reason that trumps all the rest, that has you look at it and say, why not me? Why not me? Why not now? So, just to finish up, you know, I told you guys that it's $100 for the starter kit. We also have the privilege of providing on-the-spot delivery with some inventory. You can become an order taker and delivery person, which is harder, or you can come in with some product, and your sales director will go over what those options are. I love being able to supply my customers with their products right at the appointment. The last thing is there's a 90% buyback guarantee. And you know, I can tell you that as a woman who never tried the product, I was very interested in a company that was willing to pay me back 90 cents on every dollar if I decided that 1 year from then that it wasn't for me. I could send my products, you know, ship them back to them, and they would pay me back 90 cents on every dollar. And I thought, you know what do I have to lose? And I thought, why not me? You know? So, where do you go from here? You know, John C. Maxwell says, when it comes to change, there are really only three kinds of people. One, those who don't know what to do. Two, those who know what to do, but don't do it. And three, those who know what to do, and they follow through. And so today, I guess it's my hope and prayer that you're the third kind of person, that you know what to do, and that you follow through. Thanks for listening to my story.